Before we get into this video, I just want to give a big just mention to the Cinema Cop. If you guys have watched their channel over the years, they do just some really interesting delving into certain TV show and movie characters and when they were charged for their crimes. This video is very inspired off those. I enjoy watching those because it's just kind of fun to actually deep dive into those itty bitty details that maybe the show may or may not goes through, or maybe take seriously, maybe they don't. So I kind of wanted to do this in a very funny way, just with some Cars characters, because believe it or not, there might be a couple allegations for a couple Cars characters. But just wanted to get this quick little minute out the way, just to say that I inspired these videos off of them, because I feel like some people are going to think I'm copying them. This is not to be taken seriously, just a little bit of fun. Or should it be taken seriously? Because some of these crimes are bad. Now, if you are a fan of the Cars franchise, heck, if you've watched the Cars franchise, you all should know about Guido, one of the best characters in the entire franchise, and solidified his dominance, his presence, the sort of I'm him that he presents to people by the pit stop he performed in Cars 1 when he finished it in less than like 4 seconds, throwing all 4 tires in the air just to add that little bit more of jazz to it, that little bit more of spice to flex his muscles. Guido is an amazing Cars character, but that does not mean that he's totally perfect. We are going to go over if Guido was charged for his crimes. Now, you guys might be wondering, what has Guido done? What has he possibly done? Well, I'm going to tell you what he has done. And unfortunately, took him a while. He had a good run, but once Cars 3 came around, yeah, we have something to talk about. So, if you guys remember, in Cars 3, during McQueen's training montage, he was throwing things at McQueen. Innocent things, you know, hay barrels and stuff like that. Probably a tire, which honestly was kind of reaching to begin with. You could argue a tire is attempted murder, but fortunately, we're dealing with cars, not humans. I think a car can, survive a tire being chucked at them. But at the very end, he chucked a whole ass anchor at this man. Lightning McQueen, people talked about how he nearly had a whole death experience in Cars 2. Cars 3 doubled down on that. You almost saw it right in front of your eyes too. If that hit McQueen, what was going to happen? He would have been dead. There would have been no 95 racer to go with the Florida 500. Cruz wouldn't have gone because she probably would have been traumatized. Same with Guido. Maybe he didn't know what he was doing, but it was very, very reckless. You can argue that he didn't necessarily intend to do that. He didn't have the intention of killing him, but I might put that down to aggravated assaults. Just reckless endangerment on Guido's part. Like, I don't know what you were thinking, bro. Were you just tired of doing pit stops with this guy? You didn't have the bolts to fix him, and you didn't want to tell him, so you thought the better way was to kill him off so you don't have him existing anymore, so you don't have your non-existing bolts to change his tires during races? Was that your way of saying it? Well, that's a very bad way of saying it, my friend. I'm sorry, but we got to address the elephant in the room with this anchor situation, because that was not normal. That was an act of insanity. That was just a moment of craziness, and we can't let it slide. Guido chucked an entire ass anchor at Lightning McQueen, and if it wasn't for his very, very good reflex skills, which is nice continuity from the first movie when he avoided the crash and didn't have a scratch on him, also in the same movie where he didn't have a scratch on him after the Thunder Hollow, he's known for having good reflexes in moments like that, but why take the risk? It's an anchor. He nearly killed my man. You guys all think, oh, Cars 4, Cars 4, Cars 4. Well, guess what? Guido almost stopped your asses from having a Cars 4. The possibility of having a Cars 4. So, what do you guys think the sentence would ideally be for Guido if he got charged with aggravated assault? Or do you think it is straight up just attempted murder? How far do you want to go? Because you can make the argument we didn't technically see him chuck it, but I don't know who else did it. Definitely wasn't Smokey. He was too busy hauling ass, including Guido, on the back of that wagon with all the hay bales, and then boom, comes a fucking anchor out of nowhere, and McQueen nearly dies in front of us. I love Guido, but my bro, I don't know what you were doing in that moment. I can only think it was intended. Because there's no way, for as smart as Guido is, he doesn't know the repercussions if that anchor hit McQueen. I think that was attempted murder. Not even an aggravated assault, it was attempted murder. What are you doing? This had to be addressed. And so, final conclusion on this very, very short video, because word needs to get out there that Guido is not perfect. He might come and throw an anchor at you next. Watch out. Guys, that's weird. I just heard a knock on my door. Who could it be? You! I was saying how much your piss off was amazing, and it was glorious, you know? What is that? You still have that anchor? Oh. Well, okay. Sure. Oh, look, what's that? Go. So, little update. We have Guido, and he invited all his friends, even though there are some clones here. I don't know why there's multiple. I don't know why there's multiple Guidos either. But he invited some friends, and I am very welcoming into my home. Guido is the best pity of all time. He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He is him. He has a bunch of aura. I totally do not have a gun to my head that a Guido is pointing at me to say all this, and to not mention the anchor. The anchor. Not that kind of anchor. No. We're talking about a TV show anchor. Yeah, from a TV show that was totally mythical. I do not have a gun to my head and is saying all this. I'm going to praise Guido because he just deserves it. I have put so much disrespect on this guy's name. And this video will end right here, as I hope to live another day with this gun pointed at my head. Wait, I didn't mean to say that. No, it is not pointed at my head.